What's up, mamas? Welcome back to the Kids OT Help channel. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. I'm a mama, a pediatric occupational therapist, as well as a certified lactation consultant. And here on this channel, my goal is to help you better understand and serve your child's developmental needs. So consider subscribing if you haven't done so already for weekly helpful tips. So today, I just want to sit down and have a bit of a heart-to-heart with you mamas about why it is so freaking hard for us mamas to learn to ask for help. And I want to talk to you about what I intend to do about this problem. But hey, before we get going, I just want to let you know that down below in the description box, I've put together a completely free resource to help make motherhood just that much easier on you. It's a developmental milestone chart. Now, this is going to walk you through exactly what to expect in the first year of your child's life in the 5 main categories of development. So that's fine motor skills, gross motor skills, language skills, cognitive skills, and social emotional skills. Why in the heck they don't hand this out like candy at the doctor's office? I don't know. If you have one from your doctor, drop me a comment. I'm really curious because I don't think it's common practice. Anyways, if that sounds interesting to you, you can click the link below to get yours. All right, mamas, let's get into it. So I have a really important question that I want to ask you. How many of us feel a sense of normalcy around the fact that we are stretched too thin, that we're exhausted, that we are half a second away from our breaking point, or we just feel as though we're constantly drowning? You know what I mean? It's like this, well, this is just how it is, and I've got to suck it up. I've got to put my brave face on and just get through the day. So I'll be the first to raise my hand and say that these feelings are extremely familiar to me. But what I'm challenging myself to do, and what I want to challenge you to do, is to start the process of deconditioning ourselves of these harmful beliefs. You know, to start learning to ask for help when we need it. Because as new moms, as new dads, we will need help sometimes. So when I first had Kai, I definitely thought that I could handle all the balls, juggle them, keep them all up in the air. And I distinctly remember sitting in the pediatrician's office during one of his wellness checks. And, you know, they hand you the screening tool for postpartum disorders, right? Like postpartum anxiety, postpartum depression. They give you that questionnaire to fill out. And I remember answering the questions in a way in which I wouldn't be flagged. Because as a healthcare provider, I know just enough. I know how to skirt the system. I did this because I didn't have the courage to ask for help. Now, to be completely fair to myself, it wasn't just about the fact that I didn't have the courage to ask for help, which is true, but I also didn't want to be forever flagged in a system that I worked in. And it also had just as much to do with the fact that I didn't know what kind of help I would receive had I actually raised my hand and said, yes, I need help. Now, this is where I get into a bit of a rift because our system is set up to be so reactive, right? We're constantly trying to solve problems that arise instead of us being on the forefront and taking a proactive lead and empowering people with resources and knowledge on the front end. I'm all about the preventative measures, and it's why Kids OT Help, the YouTube channel, and my courses exist. I want to empower you guys on the front end. That way I can decrease the likelihood that you're going to experience problems later. Now, my point in this is saying, if doctors would take the time to explain to us during a prenatal check, hey, 60% or whatever the percentage is of women will experience some form of baby blues all the way to this. And these are the resources that are available should you need them. I know for myself, I'd be much more likely to raise my hand when I got that questionnaire and say, yes, I do need help. And option B sounds good, by the way. I know you mentioned it during a prenatal check, and I really think that this would help. And this is what I'm pushing for. I'm pushing for us to be proactive and to empower us moms, us parents, people in general with information and knowledge on the front end. That way we don't feel so fearful to raise our hand and say, you know what? I'm in a place right now where I need help, and I actually think that this particular resource would benefit me. So I've thought about this so much, you guys. I've spent so much time thinking about the importance of this and how I can do my part to help shift this narrative. And it has led me to take some pretty massive action. So I've created something that I desperately needed when I first became a mom, and I'm hoping that it helps countless moms going forward. So I've created Evolving Littles, and Evolving Littles is a loving and supportive community for mamas who are looking for resources and knowledge to help their little one thrive through the ages of 0 to 3 years old, because those years are so critical in development. Their brain is growing the fastest in the first year of life, the first 3 years of life. It's really, really important to have a solid foundation for positive development. But more than that, Evolving Littles is a place for moms to breathe and to feel understood. I really want to reduce the amount of time that new parents spend Googling every time they feel something is off, or the amount of time spent trying to determine whether or not your child is on track developmentally. And also, let's not forget about us mamas, because if we are in survival mode, we do not have the energy to make sure that our little ones are thriving. So I've brought together all the best resources for both mom and baby, the entire family unit really. We're gonna have a marriage and family therapist, because let's be honest, when we bring a baby home, our most intimate relationships shift, right? Sometimes for the better, but sometimes there are challenges along the way. And so how do we foster a solid foundation between ourselves and our partner? Because that is the epicenter of our child's social emotional development. That'll determine how they relate to other kids at school, how they end up having friendships or intimate relationships in the future. So it starts with us, right? We're also going to have other occupational therapists, physical therapist, speech language pathologist, your dream team when it comes to child development and really family unit, right? Keeping the family unit strong. So this has been a dream of mine, and I'm just so excited to bring this to the forefront, because I know there are so many mamas who feel isolated and alone and either don't have the money or access to some of these amazing professionals in child development. So I've created this because I want this preventative and empowering model to be the norm. I don't want it to remain normal for you to only see a marriage and family therapist or a speech language pathologist when there are issues, right? I want us to learn to take information from all of these wonderful resources and utilize them on a day-to-day basis to keep ourselves in a thrival state of mind instead of the survival state of mind. So mamas, if this resonates with you, please come join us inside the Evolving Littles community. It would be an honor to have you. All of the information will be linked in the description box below. And mamas, I believe in this so much that I'm offering a 30-day free trial. I would rather you take action and see that, yes, this is exactly what you needed, or no, this isn't what I need at this time, than just sit on the fence and wonder whether you should have taken action or not. So if you're interested in that 30-day free trial, just drop me a comment below and I'll get you the link. This month, we're diving into newborn development, and at the end of the month, we're gonna be doing our live group coaching call, and I'll be answering any questions you have, really for any age group from 0 to 3 years, but the specific focus will be on newborn development this month, and we will progress each month in a chronological order until we get to 3 years of age. All right, my friends, I hope this message resonates with you, and regardless of whether or not you join Evolving Littles, I want you to start asking yourself, how can I ask for help? How can I take some of the load off my shoulders, because you are not supposed to do it all. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.